What qualities make someone genuinely appealing in the eyes of others? It might be the charm of a sincere smile or the confidence they project with their steps. In a world full of noise and hustle, standing out and creating genuine connections can be a challenging task. Sometimes we feel overwhelmed, as if shadows are clouding our future. However, it's crucial to remember that we are not alone on this journey. This video presents a carefully curated set of inspiring and supportive lessons to accompany you on your emotional path. I invite you to stay with us until the end to discover phrases that will strengthen your self-esteem and make you more attractive in any context, not just physically, but also in personal interactions. These words aim to be a comfort for the soul, a reminder that difficulties are temporary and true strength lies within you, waiting to be unleashed. Whether you're going through a breakup, facing a tough moment, or just needing support in daily life, these lessons will be of great help. Let's begin. 1. The value of sincerity. Sincerity is a fundamental quality that shapes a person's character at their most authentic core. Being sincere is not just a character trait or a trivial embellishment. It stands as the highest manifestation of a person's personal truth, a living testimony of their beliefs and core principles. In this sense, being sincere does not mean standing out by being different, but rather an invitation to deeply explore our inner selves. It means presenting ourselves not with a mask created by others' expectations, but with a genuine face shaped by personal experiences and convictions. This journey of self-discovery navigates through storms of doubt and conformity that try to distract us. Sincerity becomes a beacon, attracting those who value honesty and depth, not just as admirable traits, but as essential pillars for building meaningful human relationships. These connections, rooted in mutual trust and respect, turn into safe havens and spaces for inspiration and mutual growth. When sincerity reflects in how a person lives and interacts with the world, it not only strengthens their social presence, but also redefines the concept of social influence. True influence is measured not by numbers or fleeting popularity, but by the long-term impact a sincere individual can have on the hearts and minds of others, inspiring them to start their own journeys toward authenticity. 2. Expressing your essence through clothing. Dressing is a way to weave a tapestry of silent statements that reveal who we are. Each piece we choose, every color and every pattern we select, becomes a stroke on the canvas of fashion. It's not just about covering up, but about communicating our essence to the world without words. In everyday life, our clothing choices become a reflection of our inner world. For instance, someone who chooses bright colors and bold patterns might be expressing their energy and dynamism, while someone who prefers soft tones and elegant styles might be communicating their calmness and sophistication. Each clothing choice is a window through which we show our personality and our deep values. Stoic philosopher Epictetus encourages us to reflect not on whether our choices are the best, but on whether we make them with our whole being. This reflection prompts us to consider authenticity in our actions, including how we present ourselves through our clothing. By aligning our outward appearance with our inner truth, we not only present ourselves authentically to the world, but also foster greater harmony within ourselves. Thus, fashion transcends mere surface aesthetics. It becomes a visual language that allows us to communicate our deep identity. Dressing in accordance with our values and beliefs strengthens our self-awareness and attracts people and opportunities that resonate with our personal story. 3. The power of nonverbal communication. Mastering the art of nonverbal communication immerses us in a vast universe of human interactions, where words take a back seat and gestures and glances take center stage. It's like swimming in a deep, sometimes turbulent ocean where movements, looks, and postures express far more than we could ever say with words. Imagine walking into a conference room and instantly reading people's postures, whether they are open and welcoming or closed off and distant. Their facial expressions give you clues about their emotions and dispositions toward you and others, allowing you to almost read their minds. On this journey of exploration, every gesture, glance, and facial expression becomes a doorway to deepening connections with others. Stoics remind us that mastering nonverbal communication is an extension of our inner virtue. Seneca argued that our facial expressions should be modest and reflect peace and tranquility, thus serving as a mirror of our authenticity and our willingness to engage sincerely with the world. Moreover, nonverbal communication goes beyond face-to-face interactions. In the digital space, from using emojis to choosing images on social media, our virtual gestures also convey a lot about our personality and intentions. By refining our nonverbal skills, we not only improve our interpersonal relationships, but also bolster our self-confidence and our presence in the world. This continuous journey of self-discovery and human connection unfolds in the complex theater of everyday life, where social interactions play out like a captivating drama, and etiquette and good manners shine as the brightest stars. Imagine this scene. You are at an elegant dinner surrounded by people from different countries and cultures. Your ability to present yourself with grace and elegance not only sets you apart, but also positions you as a catalyst for social harmony. To quote the great Stoic, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This advice captures the essence of etiquette, reminding us of the importance of knowing and respecting our own virtues before presenting them to others. Picture another scenario. You are at a work meeting where opinions are divided and tensions are high. Here, your ability to adhere to etiquette and demonstrate good manners acts as an emotional lifeline, smoothing out rough edges and fostering constructive dialogue. Practicing these formalities, even in everyday interactions such as offering someone a seat on the street or thanking someone for a small favor, showcases their transformative power. These acts of courtesy and attentiveness create an invisible but strong bond that weaves society into a web of mutual respect and empathy. Returning to Epictetus, who advises not to worry about things beyond our control, this Stoic lesson motivates us to focus on aspects of life we can influence, such as our behavior and attitude toward others. The practice of etiquette and good manners is essentially an embodiment of this philosophy, allowing us to cultivate stronger and more meaningful relationships while freeing our minds from unnecessary worries. 4. Authentic presence in the present moment. Immersed in the fast-paced rhythm of modern life, stuck between endless distractions and the constant drive for productivity, we find in the art of being genuinely present an oasis of authenticity and human interaction. Imagine this act as a bright beacon amidst a stormy sea, while the waves of duties and concerns relentlessly besiege us. Authentic presence emerges as a point of calm and clarity, inviting us to anchor our minds and hearts in the shared present. This immersion in the moment is a full dedication of our attention to those around us. As the wise Stoic philosopher Seneca observed, life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage to live it. This courage to live fully in the moment, for example, can be seen in a conversation with a loved one where, instead of being distracted by the constant buzzing of phones or worrying about the past and future, we dedicate ourselves entirely to the presence of the other. In this sacred space of active listening and mindfulness, we not only hear the spoken words, but also feel the emotions behind them, building a bridge of understanding and empathy that strengthens human connections. This practice of presence then becomes an act of resistance in a world that urges us to scatter our attention and fragment our interactions. By fostering the flame of true connection, we cultivate meaning in our lives. We become more mindful witnesses to the beauty and significance that lie in everyday details, giving due importance to the time and presence of others as valuable and irreplaceable resources. Finally, as the eminent Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius stated, "The secret of all existence is not to live, but to know why you live." In this sense, the practice of presence allows us to discover a deeper purpose in our existence and to forge genuine connections with ourselves and others. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to not miss any updates. Let's continue. 5. The subtlety of not revealing everything. In the intricate web of human relationships, keeping some details to ourselves becomes a delicate dance between authenticity and preserving our inner sacred space. Imagine an alchemist carefully measuring his ingredients. Each revelation is like a touch of stardust, adding a splash of magic to the connection forming between two souls. This doesn't mean hiding the truth or playing games, but rather skillfully weaving a narrative that allows the light of our essence to filter through gradually and calmly, like a stream flowing between rocks on its way to the sea. Consider a couple just beginning to know each other. Instead of revealing all the details of their lives at once, they choose to share their experiences gradually, like turning the pages of a book whose stories unfold little by little. This approach fosters the formation of a deeper and more genuine connection, much like the aroma of freshly brewed coffee that slowly fills the room, creating an intimate and cozy atmosphere. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus noted, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This phrase resonates in the context of relational authenticity, reminding us that the quality of our response and what we reveal is more important than the sheer amount of shared information. Maintaining a degree of mystery not only preserves the uniqueness of our own story, but also invites our life partner to join us on a journey of mutual discovery. In everyday life, this reflects in how we interact with friends or colleagues. Instead of sharing all the details of our lives in one conversation, we choose to disclose meaningful moments and anecdotes that reveal deeper aspects of our personality, like pieces of a puzzle that gradually form a picture. This approach not only strengthens the bonds between us and those around us, but also allows us to treat our life stories as valuable treasures to be shared only with those worthy of discovering them. Thus, cultivating an aura of mystery is not an act of concealment or deceit, but a celebration of the richness and complexity of human experience. It reminds us that we are like uncut diamonds with many facets that shine uniquely under the light of understanding and connection. Each layer of revealed mystery not only strengthens the bonds between us, but also enriches us with a deep and sincere understanding of ourselves and others. 6. A passion for literature. Diving into the vast ocean of literary culture is the beginning of an endless journey into a universe of words and wisdom. It's like setting out to explore distant lands, immersing in past eras, and examining various aspects of human existence from multiple perspectives. By immersing ourselves in the riches of cultures through literature, languages, and current events, we not only acquire knowledge, but also equip our minds with the necessary tools to appreciate the vast diversity of humanity. Imagine for a moment that you are wandering through the bustling markets of Marrakech, through the pages of a book, experiencing the scents and colors of Moroccan culture without leaving your home. Or perhaps you dive into the melancholy of 19th century Russia through the works of Tolstoy, feeling the weight of history on your shoulders as you delve into the intrigues and passions of Russian society. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Never say you have learned enough because there is always something new to learn." This quote is especially relevant in the context of our constant pursuit of knowledge through literature. Each book, each story, each culture offers us a new lesson, a flash of understanding that enriches our worldview. Cultivating a curious and exploratory mind is like opening doors to a vast universe of potential experiences and understandings. Through literature, we learn to appreciate diversity as humanity's true treasure. For instance, reading contemporary African literature can expand your understanding of the continent's social and political dynamics, allowing you to see beyond stereotypes and cliches, or how immersing in Japanese poetry lets you experience the beauty of simplicity and nature's fleeting moments. Developing a literary culture is not just about accumulating knowledge, but also cultivating a refined sensitivity to the surrounding world. It involves seeing beauty in diversity, valuing different perspectives, and building bridges of understanding between cultures and people. As Seneca says, life is like a book we must read attentively, seeking knowledge in our quest for wisdom. Through literature, we become more informed citizens of the world, enriching our lives with the beauty and wisdom we find on every page. 7. The value of empathy and compassion. In the bustle of human relationships, empathy and compassion shine like bright flashes in the universe of our connections. They are like golden threads weaving hearts together, forming the essence of what it means to be truly connected to another person. In the art of empathy, we dive into the sea of others' emotions, navigating the waves of their experiences, feeling the weight of their joys, sorrows, and fears as if walking barefoot on fresh grass. Compassion, on the other hand, is the fire that burns in our hearts when we encounter another's suffering, motivating us to reach out with comfort and unconditional support in moments of greatest need. It's like being a blazing flame in the darkness, lighting the way for those passing through valleys of shadow and pain. In everyday life, empathy and compassion manifest in many ways. A kind smile shared with a stranger, a gesture of attentive listening to a friend who needs to talk, a hand extended to help someone up who has fallen. These small daily acts make the world warmer and cozier. Quoting the Stoic, first say to yourself what you would be and then do what you have to do. This teaching reminds us of the importance of actions arising from understanding and empathy. Approaching situations with calm and wisdom rather than succumbing to passions or hasty judgments, the practice of empathy and compassion not only enriches our interpersonal relationships, but also nourishes our own souls, making us more complete and human in the process. In a world often dominated by indifference and hostility, being a light of empathy and compassion is an act of courage and generosity. It overcomes barriers of selfishness and connects us with the true essence of our humanity. 8. The value of a good sense of humor. Imagine humor as a flash of light in the dense landscape of everyday life, a powerful and transcendental tool in the art of connecting with others. Humor is not just a superficial addition to our interactions, but a bridge that connects hearts and minds, dissolving barriers we often build out of shyness, restraint, or social discomfort. Consider how it works in a work meeting where someone cracks a joke to ease the tension. Laughter not only softens the atmosphere, but also fosters a sense of camaraderie and openness among colleagues. Or consider a more intimate situation where a couple is arguing over who will wash the dishes. A witty comment turns the argument into a playful competition. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus noted, it's not what happens that determines the quality of our life, but how we react to what happens. This principle deeply resonates with the role of humor in our lives, inviting us to face challenges with a light heart and find joy even amid difficulties. The secret of humor lies in its duality. It is both universal and personal. You don't need to be the clown at the party to use its benefits. A timely comment or a witty remark can completely transform a conversation, adding warmth and humanity to our everyday interactions. However, effective humor requires sensitivity and empathy. As masters of laughter, we must be aware of the limits of what is acceptable and respect others' feelings because, in the end, true humor does not seek to belittle or mock, but to celebrate our shared humanity and strengthen the bonds that unite us. In conclusion, humor is not just a social tool. It is an elixir for the soul, a light that illuminates even the darkest corners of our lives. Why not embrace the joy of humor and weave deeper and more meaningful connections with those around you? Always remember Epictetus's words, humor is the great dissolver of human cares. 9. The importance of self-care. In the vast network of everyday life where demands and challenges intertwine into a complex web of responsibilities, self-care becomes an act of boldness and self-preservation. On this thrilling journey to self-fulfillment, self-care acts as a beacon, guiding our ship through stormy waters, reminding us of the importance of putting ourselves first amidst the chaos. Self-care is not merely an act of indulgence, but a fundamental necessity for strengthening our inner resilience and maintaining a balance between body and mind. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This quote reminds us that self-care is not just about how we face challenges, but about how we nurture our ability to respond to them effectively. Imagine this scenario. After a grueling day, you decide to take a well-deserved break. Instead of continuing to work late into the night, you recognize the need to recharge your batteries to tackle the next day's challenges with new energy and clarity of mind. In that moment, you practice self-care by acknowledging your own needs and acting accordingly. Self-care encompasses a wide range of practices, from taking care of your diet and engaging in regular physical activity, to dedicating time to activities that bring you peace and tranquility, like meditation or a walk in nature. By investing in these practices, you invest in yourself, strengthening both your body and mind to face life's challenges with dignity and energy. Think about how you feel when you eat nutritious food and exercise regularly. You feel more energetic, more attentive, and better equipped to deal with problems as they arise. Similarly, when you take time to care for your mental health, cultivating calm and resilience through meditation or journaling, you feel more balanced and ready to handle the stresses of everyday life. Self-care is not just an act of self-love, but a powerful tool for navigating life's turbulent waters with grace and inner strength. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "You must be a warrior in the arena and a philosopher in study." This quote encourages us to cultivate both our physical strength and inner wisdom, recognizing that true strength lies in our ability to care for ourselves in body, mind, and spirit. 10. The value of not being constantly available. Without a doubt, the ability to limit our availability is an important skill in the complex art of human relationships. It's about finding the delicate balance between being accessible and maintaining our own space, our independence, and above all, our self-respect. It's not about creating artificial scarcity, but genuinely expressing the value we place on ourselves. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "He who embraces too much holds nothing tightly." This phrase reminds us of the importance of not stretching ourselves too thin, not always being available to everyone, but focusing our energy on what truly matters. Imagine this everyday situation. After a long day at work, you come home exhausted and look forward to a moment of calm to recharge. Instead of immediately responding to every message or call, you decide to keep this time for yourself to take care of your emotional well-being. By setting this healthy boundary, you not only respect yourself but also teach others to respect your needs and your space. The balance between availability and nurturing our independence can be likened to the fine art of weaving a fabric where every thread represents our full awareness and conscious intention. This understanding emphasizes the importance of nurturing our personal relationships while also honoring our need for growth, reflection, and renewal. Continuing our practical example, you might schedule specific times during the week to connect with your loved ones, ensuring that you also reserve moments for hobbies and personal projects that nourish you and help you grow as an individual. Ultimately, by consciously managing our availability, we not only foster greater respect and appreciation for our time and energy, but also contribute to creating a culture of reciprocity and mutual respect in our interpersonal relationships. It's about enriching the fabric of our human connections, where each encounter becomes a gift to be cherished, not an inexhaustible resource to be taken for granted. 11. The charm of silence. How can you make your presence more influential in every situation of your daily life? The practice of active listening and using facial expressions to convey your attention and empathy towards others, even in moments of silence, is a powerful approach. Another option is to work on your body language, ensuring that you project confidence and calm with every movement. As Epictetus, the renowned Stoic philosopher, said, "Learn to be indifferent to what does not depend on you." This teaching can be applied to your goal of cultivating a commanding and genuine presence in any situation. By focusing on what truly lies within your control, such as your attitudes and actions, you can project a powerful and authentic presence in every interaction. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, and I hope these tips prove valuable for you. Consider sharing this with those who might need it and expressing your views in the comments section, as wisdom thrives when shared. Comment, "I am a Stoic, and I will know that you've read this far." Now, do you choose the path of Stoicism to the right or the left? There are 2 Stoic videos that you will enjoy. See you next time.